Hello guys and girls, and welcome to World of Warships, and you join me in Operation Narai. This is the first time trying it actually. This is my first game for a little while actually in World of Warships. Been some time since I've played, just because I've been busy with certain other game with certain other French vessels, as you may have imagined. So we've got to break through into a port. Slowing down so much. So we've got to break through the enemy's defences and take over a port, I think, or take something out. Destroy all enemy shits within the water zone of the base. Let's fire some off at the whammy here. Might pull a little short actually. No, we're all good. And we must escort the troop carriers as well. Okay, so that's down. Now we're going to take out those bases as well, as I imagine. Because those things can be very dangerous. Got some good hits on the old Iron Duke over there. Now I'm playing in the Algeria. The Algier. The French tier 7? Tier 6? Tier 7? Tier 7 I think it is. Cruiser. The sort of one of the first heavy cruisers you get for France, really, and it's not a bad ship all in all. It's relatively sturdy. She's got some good guns on her. You've got 200 and... Oh, those were awful shots. What am I doing? You've got 200mm guns, I think they are. 220, 200. So some big old guns on this boat. So some of the heavier guns for a cruiser, which is nice. Gives you some good ability to cause some damage with them. Good range on them as well, actually. Not liking the fact this Fiji's standing still. Leander coming out there. Now we're going to take some damage here from this fort. This Leander's going to cause us some harm as well. Now let's drop some torpedoes just in case that Leander decides to sail straight. Now we're taking out the base there. So let's start firing at this Leander. We're going to turn side on just so we don't take any citadels. Not side on, front on. We'll bow tank her. Causing some nice damage there. And secondary is going to open up any moment. That's that Leander gone. Let's just switch to the armor piercing shells here. Now we're getting a bit ahead of our team here, which is never a good thing to do. Now there's a Cleveland coming in, and that I do not want to mess with, so I'm going to start getting out of here pretty sharpish. Let's put the speed boost on. There's Cleveland's going to spam tons of HE at me. That troop transport is not looking like it's going to survive. Start turning now. We'll get back to the action. Fire off a broadside towards that Leander and hopefully get a citadel. No citadels, but we've done some solid damage there, which is good. That now is going to rip it apart with its secondaries as well. And where's that Cleveland? Can't see it through all the smoke actually. Our secondaries are opening up on it as well. Full broadside, and we do some nice hits there. And there's a Missouri over there. Now I've got to be a bit careful of that Mighty Mo, because that Missouri can really cause us some grief, especially out there. We are detected as well. Now I'm going to fire off some salvos at that ground base over there. Hopefully get some damage caused to that. And we'll worry about the Missouri in a moment. There's the Missouri. Hopefully those torpedoes are going to absolutely give it a smacking. We're going to actually launch our own salvo in a second. There we go, there's our own salvo torpedoes. Right where we don't want to be, but hopefully that Missouri's not going to start targeting us. Now we've got flooding on the Missouri there. And some fire, and we've taken it out. Good, good. There goes the Missouri. So that's good. That was a risky ship to play around with. Now there's some aircraft around. We've lost one of our battleships, one of our cruisers, and one of our destroyers by the looks of it. We have taken out another ground base. So let's just take a moment to breathe and relax here. So what have we got going on now? Well, we've got some ships to our right. There's a Campbellton. That's not really going to cause us much issue. That's going to be a pretty easy ship to take down. A little tier 3 British destroyer. So yeah, that's not really something I'm worried about. Now this little passageway I'm not too fond of. Don't know why that organizer now has not come in to sort of get some repairs done. Because personally I'm going to be repairing up here. Now we've got a Liberty ship over there. Tanker ship, and we've got some torpedo boats coming in. Launch our fighter up, and we'll put our defensive fire on target. So hopefully no one's going to get caught out. Can't speak today. Caught out by those torpedoes. This thing has okay AAA. Not the best, but it's okay. Now we've got a destroyer coming in here. A little bit short again. This is going to fire off some torpedoes at us, I'm sure. So we just keep that in mind. Looking like any torpedoes have actually been launched yet. Secondaries are lighting things up left and right. Holy crap, there's a lot of things over to our left. Okay, did not notice to the left hand side there. Got an aircraft carrier over there. Just set that on fire quickly. The Omaha and the Campbellton there. Lots of things are shooting at us. And there is a fort there as well. Oh my word, this is not looking good. Oh good lord, there's a big torpedo spread. I'm going to take one of those torpedoes. We'll repair that. This is not looking too good for us. Things are not looking good right now. And we are as good as dead right now. There we go. And we are doomed. Yeah, I've heard this is one of the harder ones, and I can kind of see why. Yeah. Good lord, there's a lot of ships there. I guess losing all our battleships early on did not help things. Crikey. Hello guys, and we are back for round 2 of this attempt at Operation Narai. So, decided I'm going to take out the Atlanta, because we'll have some serious firepower with this ship. Now, the Atlanta has got a ridiculous amount of guns. They're basically, I think they're 120mm guns off the top of my head, or 100mm. Just trying to think. I don't think it shows you up on. There we go. I don't think it actually tells us the actual gun caliber. Anyway, it's got relatively relatively powerful sort of destroyer type guns, and with those there you go. You've got a lot of firepower and you put out a lot of shells, but the drawback of that are those shells aren't that powerful. So basically it's like having the equivalent of 5 or 6 Fletcher class destroyers tied together, all firing at once. Now, you'll see here on this Wyoming in a moment, after we shoot the rocks a little bit. Screw you, rocks. So far, we've managed 29 main hits and 20 something shatters, so 50 hits all in all, and that was just on one boat, on one single ship. Oh yeah, this thing puts out a lot of shells very quickly. The rate of fire is ridiculous on this boat, and that's where it's going to come in. The fact that you fire high explosive shells, generally because you want to set fires, you've got a high fire set rate, and fires are good with this thing. Now, with this Omaha here, we probably could have switched to AP and caused some better damage. When you're side onto a cruiser with this, you can really go to town. But this thing is not really a cruiser hunter. Yeah, you will be able to take out cruisers with it, but your main goal is to take out destroyers. This thing is born to kill destroyers quickly. So, hopefully it goes better this time round. As you see, there's somebody got a citadel there on that poor Omaha. Most American ships are built of citadels after all, so they go down quicker than a lady of the night at a harbour when all the sailors are meeting her. The other thing about this boat is it's got very good anti-aircraft defence. So you can take out quite a few aircraft with it. You've got defensive fire, of course, things like that, so you can do that. You've also got radar, which is very, very handy, and that will come into play in a little bit. Now the galleon over there, the British destroyer. Let's just do some firing at that. See if we can't blow it up. Set a fire onto it. And as you can see here, we've got 14 hits with that sort of first salvo. And we've pretty much taken half of its health out with no issue at all. Queen Elizabeth over there, we're going to fire off. You want to fire into the superstructure here. You do get quite good plunging shots, so that's handy. But if you hit the superstructure, there's less chance of them shattering and more chance of them actually detonating properly. Getting some good damage numbers up. So, feeling a bit more confident this time round, because I've got a... well, half the team's not dead already, so that's a good sign. I think there's actually 2 guys that were in the last game with me, so that's good. Farragut there, the American destroyer. My shots are a little bit off. I'm using the different aiming system than I'm normally used to. Well, if you've seen any of my World of Warships videos, you may have noticed I did change up to the... I can't remember the name of it, but one of the different aiming systems, basically. I do find it very good for angled ships and stuff, and I'm getting better with it, but I'm still getting used to it all. So I occasionally just become a silly old man and cause problems and just miss every single shot. But we're doing a lot of damage to the Queen Elizabeth here. Lots of shatters, but they're still causing some damage. Not much damage, but, you know, every little helps. It's just chipping away at it, really. And down she goes. So far we're almost to 50,000 damage. We're at 172 shells hit. So we're not doing too badly. And all our boats are alive, which is good. Now here comes the Mighty Mo. Now we'll start firing off, and firing a little bit low here and a bit too far forwards. Should be firing more to the middle where it has superstructure, just to cause much better damage, because as you'll notice I start shattering a lot here. Once my aim adjusts, I should get a lot less shatters. Start going for that superstructure more and causing damage to that area. Now you're not going to knock out the main guns with your high explosive rounds generally, just because you don't have the penetration punch. But when you start hitting that superstructure, starting setting those fires, you really start causing damage. You know, every salvo you're causing 3,000-4,000 damage, sort of thing. You know, so it's pretty good. Okay. So we're up to 272 shots fired now, and well, 272 shells that have hit, not fired. Okay, so let's continue around. Everything's looking good. All our ships are alive. Everybody's got health on them, which is good. A couple of soldiers have sadly been blown up by enemy shells, but we're still doing okay. We're still okay. We're still good. We're still good. The other thing about the Atlanta is you do have torpedoes, but they're pretty useless torpedoes, in all honesty. They've only got about a 4-kilometer range. So, generally, unless you're in a real knife fight with somebody, you don't get to use them. And I generally forget about them with this ship. So, now we know what's in store for us behind these rocks. We'll be a bit more prepared, I think. We've taken out 6 planes so far, so not too bad. My captain, Mr. Steven Seagal, is not fully trained yet. He still needs some work done to him. Hence he's on the Atlanta at the moment to do some training. Managed to incapacitate the steering gear there of the French destroyer. I'm looking forward to seeing the French destroyer line come in when they eventually do, because the French destroyers are very good gunboats. The they were more like cruisers than destroyers, in all honesty. They were very big for their time, very big for a destroyer, and they were more of a gunboat than a cruiser. Well, more of a cruiser than a true destroyer. They were big issues to the Italian Navy. They caused a lot of trouble. Anyway, we're still alive. We've got all our team alive still. The aircraft carrier's doing an okay job. We've just lost the hood. Campbelltown, you traitor! The Campbellton's just taken out the hood. St. Clair there's just taken a full broadside. And the Cameron Seville is about to get absolutely blasted out the water as well. So no enemy forces. The enemy troops aren't going to get to the land. But this is the dangerous part, if I remember. So let's get vengeance for the hood on that Campbelltown there. Now Campbelltown's smoked up. So we hit our radar. With our radar we can see the traitorous little bastard there. And we can blow it out the water. Yeah, that serves you right, taking out the hood, you traitorous scumbag. So the Degas and New York are over there, as well as the Independence. So let's get some damage done to those. Let's get that aircraft carrier down. The Chevalier, another French destroyer, is... Oh no, sorry, that's Farragut, sorry. His name is Chevalier. Wasn't looking there properly. Anyway, that Independence is done for. The De Grasse is taking some fire from us too. But that Farragut we've got to be a bit wary of. But we will just keep firing and hopefully get some fires set on that enemy cruiser up there. Keeping an eye on those torpedoes as well, making sure none of them go into the cargo ships, which we seem okay for. Farragut's down. New York and the De Grasse are out of the picture. So this Liberty ship seems nice and safe. Now we'll just line up ready for this cruiser when it comes around. Now I could possibly have got my torpedo set up for this, but as I said again, it's not really worth it. So another Farragut's come along, as well as a Pensacola and the hood. The enemy hood, I should say. I'm very tempted to buy the hood. If I had the money, I would be buying it right now, I must say, because I do love that ship. It is a ship that is near and dear to my heart. One of my favourite ships of the war, but I just can't afford it at the moment, which is a shame. Anyway, we're doing some good damage to the Pensacola here. Our troops are landing. None of the ships have gone down. Things are looking good. Now, again, I probably should have switched to AP here and just gone for the Pensacola's Citadel. But, again, it's just, you know, the rate of fire of this thing, you don't really need to worry about it too much. You're going to cause good damage. So we'll fire off some salvos at the hood now. Just go for its superstructure. Troops are disembarking pretty fast, which is good. Our ships seem pretty safe. We're waiting for this Pensacola to come round. We'll fire off a couple in advance. And we are done. Victory is ours. Huzzah. So, let us just switch to display capture. Let's pull these up. So, we got it. We got a 5-star. So that is amazing work. Very happy with that, in all honesty. Went very, very well. So with that, we got crew commander experience. We got free experience. We got flags, some bits and bobs, as well as a couple of days of premium time. Also, we got 280,000 credits. Got some nice experience. Ended up doing 430 hits on target. Shot down 13 planes. Also a Happy New Year celebration done. We were second overall, so Atlanta, I would very much recommend taking it out, but you do need some good battleships to soak up the damage. The battleship players did a good job soaking up the damage, while the rest of us were doing the damage. So that's kind of what you want in a game like that. The Shores there did a fantastic job as well, taking out 10 ships. So as you can see here, we shot, where are we? We shot a lot of shells. We shot 114,000 shells and 430 of them hit. So not the best hit ratio there, but what the heck. Did some nice damage to the ships as well. We didn't receive too much damage in return, which is good. We ended up doing what do we end up doing for our damage? 142, so we kind of did half of our expected damage, so that's fine. We didn't do too badly there. And as I said, we made some good monies and bits like that. Okay, well, I will just finish up this little section. There'll be a little bonus section at the end of the recording. I hope you have a good day, and watch till the end of the credits. See you again soon. Bye-bye. And as a celebration for that victory, I decided to buy myself a giant New Year's loot box, just out of interest to see what I get. Now, these are the, let's just click here, the gift rewards. Now, you'll get 2 New Year's gifts when you click on this, as free. And I got 10,000 free XP and 300 gold, 350 gold doubloons, I think it was. 300 gold doubloons, which is not bad at all. Now this is $6 Australian currency, and this is the giant huge one. This is the biggest one, and they can contain things. Let's click on this. So they can contain 2,000 blooms, 180 premium days, which is pretty damn good in all honesty. Camouflages, dragon signals, Galleon, the Lion, or the Alabama. You know, you might get one of these. In all honesty, if you get these, it's kind of worth it. But it's gambling. So chances are you're not going to get these items unless you get hundreds of these things. So let's see what you get from one of these. Oh, what are we going to get? What are we going to get? Yay, we got camouflage. So we got, for $6, 15 Type 59 camouflages. Now, as you see here, the giant New Year's gift, which is the one I just opened, one of them is $6, $6.30 Australian. 5 of them are $26.45, and 20 of them are nearly 100 Australian dollars. It's just insane, really. And yeah, okay, there's some cool items in there. You get the Scharnhorst to Leningrad or the Ottoki, 1,000 blooms, 90 days of premium, you know, all of this stuff. But that's a lot of money, you know. So it's just loot boxes. And yeah, I'm really not a fan of it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you are logging into World Warships, make sure to get the free loot boxes, because you will get a couple of good items from there. But other than that, have a lovely day, enjoy your Christmas period, and have a happy New Year's. I'll catch you again soon. Bye-bye.